with Kim Cook.
Coming to you live, the This and That podcast, Athens, Georgia, starting now.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, you're not on camera.
Such a better looking show we have already.
Audrey, I didn't know you were a ventriloquist.
Yes. John, there's some things you should know about me. I have changed. No, I'm here. Oh, God, what a giant head he has.
I told you had your giant pumpkin in there.
Yeah, we will probably have to switch spots because I look like you're having an interview with the red ball that you follow for the lyrics. Okay, hang on. Introduce yourselves amongst yourselves for a moment. I am trying to prove to Audrey she has had a hacker.
I am Kim Cook of the This and That podcast and some other things. And our guest tonight is Audrey Blanchard of Blanchard Wellness Clinic in Watkinsville, Georgia.
You told me there were 3 letters that went with her name and you didn't use them. You're fired.
She's a licensed massage therapist.
Okay, see. No, you told me like DMT or something. It's not DMT.
She's also a CG, which is a new title for her, and I'm giving it to her. She's a certified genius.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I do like it.
She is one of the smartest ladies I know, and I'm glad to have met you and gotten to be friends with you.
I made it up. There's no secret you.
Okay.
I am gonna ask though. Can we switch? Because
we switch.
Yeah,
Me and you?
yeah. If you don't mind, just slide over that way.
I don't mind.
Please.
That way, my giant head shrinks down to the size of your 4. There you go. There we go.
Yeah, scooch in a little
now we're back.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, bring it in this way.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely. Hey, everybody, we're here.
All right. Okay. So, I want to ask about Audrey's week. Did you have a good week? Tell us what good you did.
That's how we rolled here. What was the
I
highlights?
had a good week.
Anything exciting happen?
Yes.
Can you tell us?
Anything you like to share with 5,000 people? Because if 4,999 more people show up, we'll have 5,000 people.
Yes, that's true. Hey, wait. Our microphone is not moving again.
Why is our microphone? Yes, it is.
It is okay. All right. Are we too far away from our microphone?
She was a school teacher, so you have to be. Oh, I'm sorry. School teacher.
Silence in my classroom.
School teacher.
Okay, so Audrey, back to you.
I did a lot this week.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember.
We went to B&I this morning.
One of those weeks that
did.
you were so busy you can't keep track of what you. I have to do this list and send it to the owner of the company at the end of the week. Oh, this episode is brought to you by Plumber Pro Service and Drain. Your plumbing needs in Athens covered. I send this progress report every week. And usually I send it on Monday, but I have a notepad that I keep down like what I did Monday, Tuesday. Last week I couldn't find my notepad. So I'm sitting there going, what did I do on Tuesday? I couldn't figure it out. So I literally wrote more than I can remember for Tuesday and sent that. But no, that's what we do on the podcast. We check each other. How was your week? What did you do?
My week was good. Very, very full of new things for me. I went to Lake Lanier for the first time.
Nice.
And
didn't drown.
Fun.
That's also exciting.
Didn't drown. You know,
Very
everybody that I
dangerous lake.
told that I went to Lake Lanier, they were like, "Don't drown."
My wife will not. Like, we went with my friend Thomas on his boat one time,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife is like, "We're never putting the kids in the water. We'll never." We go to Oconee.
The water's beautiful.
It's
there.
beautiful, but so many accidents happen there that my wife's one of those.
We went to.
I'm not going to risk it type.
Right.
Yeah.
We went to several coves and swam.
Okay.
Behind our boat. So yeah, it was nice. And then I substituted some this week at Collin Ferry Elementary School, which is always a nice experience.
Poor kids. I mean, how was it?
It was
I was
great.
kidding.
It was great.
So those kids were like,
and I
yay.
had fun with the kids and the teachers there.
What grade?
I did push in work. I went into several different grades.
Okay.
As support staff.
Nice.
What was your favorite grade?
Yeah, what's your favorite grade?
My favorite grade is third grade. It's third grade. They're starting to get their little personalities and all of that, and it's so much fun.
You can tell who they're going to be when they're adults.
Yeah, and they get your
see a little
jokes.
3-year-old you just want to trip. Yeah, I remember.
And I also got to go to what does Shannon say?
The history is scary. They flooded entire towns. Lake Lanier thing.
I thought it was natural. It's man-made.
No, they man-made flooded the whole town on purpose, and
it's like under the water.
It's the souls of the dead and damned pulling down. I don't know what it is.
It's beautiful though.
It's beautiful, yeah.
It's beautiful. But and yesterday I got to go to the naming ceremony for the new arena at the Classic Center, which is Aikens Ford Arena. and I got this cool shirt.
Brad Akins,
Yeah.
having done work for you,
And-
sir. Congratulations. No, you have to move your hair. You have to do your hair flip thing. Hair flip thingy. There you go. Akins Ford
Yes.
Arena.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice. I would like one of those.
So yeah. And did anything else come to mind, Audrey, that you did this week? Did you remember anything?
Wow.
She's so awestruck to be on this wonderful
I am.
podcast. That's
She
all it
is.
is.
She's
I'm
like,
so
she says she can't believe
All right.
that
So,
she's sitting next to us.
as you guys may have noticed, my week is we're off.
No, we're not. He just switched.
Yeah, no. If you do that, we go
okay,
off. We learned.
Oh, okay.
This week, as you noticed, yeah, we did. Unless you minimize, if you put it off completely, we go off screen. Promise.
Okay.
It's proven. These are Mardi Gras beads because I just came from the Rock Lobsters inaugural meet and greet event type thing, and they have these wonderful shirts.
Well, I don't.
You're still on, sorry.
I'm not.
No, I minimized it.
No, I know, but you didn't. If I can't see the camera, you can't see me.
Okay.
Brought to you by Stanfield Heating and Air, our friend Nathan
Well,
Coker.
now I will not feel
And-
bad about not getting you one of these shirts.
Well, no, you
because-
should though, because
Because
I got you one,
Thank you.
Did.
and
Thank you.
I got you one
Aw,
because you're
yeah.
guest on
That's so
our show.
cute.
And yeah,
Thank you.
where's my shirt? That's what I thought. So, who's the better person? Would be me.
Oh, I
That's
got one of
it.
these
You
too.
got one of those
I
too.
got one of those too.
And
That's
I only have one
cool.
set of paperwork and stuff like that. So Audrey may have that.
Thank
There's a
you.
Wild Willie's thing for your wonderful husband Andrew, who shares my middle name with his first. And then I got you a pen because I don't like her anymore because she didn't give me a shirt.
Awesome. I love
Okay.
You can have a new bag, old
I'll
bag.
find.
Oh, see what I did there? I'm just kidding. I love you, Kim, but you can still have the bag because I don't need another bag. Oh my God, I have so many bags in my house. But that's where I came from, and it was 5 to 7 tonight, and I had to respectfully leave at 6 so I could be here
Thank
for
you.
this
I'm
because I
sorry.
would not have missed this for the world. Thank you again for being here.
Yes,
So-
and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to do that, but
No,
I
not at all.
appreciate it very much.
And I'm glad I was able
So-
to get shirts for you both, and
Thank you.
we can
So
all go
excited.
support the Lobsters this season together. Claws up. That's the thing. You'll get there.
They had the
Okay.
hats, like the things that go on your head.
Oh yeah, Luca, how was your week?
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. School.
Yeah, he goes to
Good
school.
school.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. John, does the screen go black? I got. Does
No.
the screen go black?
You want me to
See
show
y'all
the
fine.
linear flooding thing?
We did
No,
not lose
no.
video on this end. Good job.
Oh, okay. Did this
Okay,
video on
then
there.
okay, because we were told we did one time. So yeah, go ahead. Lake Lanier, uncovering the Black City buried under
Oh.
Lake.
It would be fun to
assuming
like
we're
go
here.
diving there.
We should do an episode on this. Does that?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do the whole episode on this. We have a wonderful, knowledgeable. This is an exciting episode for me because outside of her obvious intelligence, which I challenge constantly, we have someone who
Whatever.
is intimidatingly intelligent that I will not challenge, that I will not go, do you really know what you know? She knows what she knows. Okay.
She does.
She probably knows what
does.
she says she knows, but we know she's full of shit. She seems not to be. So what we're gonna do is Kim wanted to jump in with her normal rhetoric,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then we'll give our guests a chance to.
So this is kind of a would you rather, Audrey.
Okay.
Okay. So would you rather be stuck in a romantic comedy with your worst enemy, or in a horror movie with your best friend?
Horror movie.
And why is that?
Really? I want to ask a question. Get my papers.
Because we're together and we can do things like,
Until
you know,
Okay. So
have strategies and
So yeah, I thought about that too. But have you seen the clip on Facebook where everybody's putting the two people that are like dying laughing, rolling on the ground laughing and stuff, and they superimpose it over an image. It's a video. Oh my gosh, it's so hilarious. That would be me and my best friend. The big scary whatever would be coming at us, and we'd be like, What about you, Ragu?
I don't have friends.
Or your
no,
friends.
I
Would you
think I
rather be?
answered this.
Would you rather be stuck in a romantic comedy with your worst enemy or in a horror movie with your best friend?
This is the hardest part because being filmed, I know I've answered this on camera before. Is this how politicians feel? Like, oh shit, same answer. What is it? I'm thinking
Today, the answer could be for today. How would
ice
you- how do you feel
cream.
about it today?
Can I sniff one of you? It's a joke. Anyway, I'm I'm trying to think. It would be if I don't have to be romantically linked to, like my worst enemy in the rom-com, and we're going after the same chick. Oh, I'm so winning. So that would be fine with me because my worst enemy deserves to see me win the prize. That is, whatever female lead wants the movie, we'll make the movie.
Okay. All right. Your
So,
turn to ask
that's
a
me.
question.
I realized
I
as
highlighted
soon
it
as I
here.
grabbed it,
Yeah.
it's not going to do any good because I broke my glasses, so I'm wearing my Jeffrey Dahmers just so I can see like that's Audrey and that's Kim.
Okay. Look, I'll read it. You tell me.
Squiggery.
You tell me. Which
I need
one.
like
You tell Braille.
give me bumps and I'll fake it.
You tell me which one.
The 18th one.
The 18th one. Okay, and you move your mouth and I'll read it for you. Ready? Would you rather begin every sentence with "Hey, jerk face," or end every sentence with "Ha ha, I was just kidding"?
Would you? It's a would you rather? Would you rather? Ooh, that's
No,
good.
it was
Go ahead.
his turn to talk, so-
Probably hey jerk face.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You're so
I
sweet.
love that.
I
No,
can't-
no, that's I love that though
No.
because under there's somebody just waiting to go. Mm. But she's very. That's great.
No,
I love
because
that
I
answer.
hate the just kidding.
Oh,
I
you
hate it
do?
because usually when
It's
there's a just
just-
kidding,
yeah.
there's
a dead fact.
there's like
Yeah.
there's something mean.
Yes, underlying that
I
they
don't like
really
that.
meant to say.
No offense, but
Yeah.
like one of those statements.
Yeah, right.
My wife says I do like my sarcasm.
Mhm.
She's like, you don't try to be funny. You try to drive your point home and then smile while doing it. And I was so proud of her because she's absolutely right. It's like, oh wow, a sink full of dishes. This is great. I don't mean that. I mean, why on God's great? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, that question leads to this is her Facebook phrase. You know how everybody has the one thing
Mm-hmm.
they put. Mine is life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
Right.
It's
John-
a work
John
in
Lennon.
progress though.
Okay, but what is yours? Do you know yours, right?
It's
What is
always
yours?
changing.
Okay,
Go ahead,
what's your
tell
most
me.
recent?
I don't know.
What's your most? There's your hint. Recent. Okay. Most complicated skill is to be simple.
Oh.
It is. And if you think about that, it is. It's very hard to be simple because you automatically want to be better than you are or impress or whatever.
Yeah.
Just be you. Simple. Like Forrest Gump version of simple. That's my preference. I'm just a simple man. But it is.
I
It
was
is.
running.
I was not running. Y'all know I wasn't running. I don't run unless I'm chased and nobody's chasing me. So
So yeah, I have a quote.
I like the jerk face though. Okay.
I do. I think I would probably do jerk face too, simply for that reason because I have been poked and jabbed and with words many times, and they're like, "I'm just kidding. You're really not."
So you
No.
just
yeah,
get over it.
no,
They say
thanks.
that so they think they're nice.
Exactly, and they're liars.
Yeah.
Jerk face. I just
So,
want some jerk face.
I posted on Facebook that we were doing our podcast tonight. And I tagged
didn't.
some people.
Mm.
I took care of
I
that.
know.
I tagged you.
I know.
You're good. That's kind of part of my job while doing this is part of your job.
PR
so-
talent. I know. No, I'm kidding.
So I put on here. I found this quote in one of my Life Vantage groups that I'm in. If you don't make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness. Read that again. And I really love that. And Audrey is very well versed in that. And I had the absolute pleasure of receiving one of her stress relief massages. So I would like for you, Audrey, to give us the kind of the big picture of that. And then I have I told you I was going to write down questions and we would have an authentic
Mhm,
conversation
mhm.
about it. I came up with a whole page.
Okay.
So it's all
One
here.
whole page of practiced authenticity for you.
No, questions that I
No,
didn't
I'm
want to
kidding,
forget.
I'm kidding. Okay, no, this honestly, this is we're all in BNI together, and she recently did her 10-minute presentation,
Mhm.
and it was impressive to the point of, I mean, we've got 7 kids, my wife and I, and getting away from traditional medicine has been something that we've been really looking at because some of this stuff is like actually amazing. If you go back to the roots of, they didn't have this 100 years ago, and people lived, and people weren't, obesity certainly wasn't as prevalent, down the line. This guy over here, Luke, our sound tech, who's not related, Luke Ragusa, do the math. He's had headaches for years. And as I was reading up on your bio, the reason you got into this was you were having headaches. So this is kind of where your journey began, I'm assuming, is with probably same age range headaches. But when you were doing your presentation, fast forward, you invented this, and this is layman's terms. I don't know what the actual, like, you invented this therapy. You wrote and it's now an accredited form of. Tell us about that. How you came up with it. Why you came up with it. Well, I am. No, I'm not. I'm actually coming up with my own material that you had to think about. This is right off the top. No, but yeah, she's been, and a few of our friends have like, oh my God, it's the best massage. It's so relaxing. It lasts so long. What was your thought process behind putting it together? What got you there? And then, how tedious was it? How did you come about this process? Simple questions.
Yeah. So I saw a problem.
Mhm.
And that was probably where it started.
Did you see this problem in many of your clients, or was it just something that you were seeing as you were like taking in your day? That kind of thing, or maybe both.
So in my practice, up until very recently, I predominantly did more clinical, working with complex conditions, working with athletes. And a common question I would get is, do you do regular massage? And for the longest time, I was just like, nah, that's not really what I do. And then I got to thinking one day, and I thought, hey, there's actually a problem that I see in the massage therapy world. So I've been in this profession almost 25 years, and I have had countless massages. And some of them were okay. Some of them were terrible.
Had those.
And a very, very few, probably can count on one hand, were extraordinary. And I'm like, okay, maybe and also I used to work in spas, really high-end destination spas, and would always get this comment of, that was the best massage I've ever had in my life. And I'm like, maybe I have a gift that I shouldn't hold back from the world just because I've been saying, oh, I just do one type of massage or one type of manual therapy. Like, maybe this is something that's really needed. And maybe I can sit down and say, what was it about my massage that made people say?
So not what you wanted to do, but what you're supposed to be doing. You pretty much hit that
or like what people need.
Right.
You know, what a lot of people really need.
Okay.
And what did you see that a lot of people need?
Stress relief.
Okay.
And like actual just chill out time.
Self-care.
Yeah.
Actual self-care.
Like actual, I mean, is that?
Well,
you can't take care of them if you can't take care of you.
Here's my nerdy brain again. One word makes my brain go off in a million. Self-care is a loaded word.
Here comes the certified genius part. Get ready.
Self-care is a very loaded word in my mind. There's controversy about it. But
we do that here. You're fine.
At the end of the day,
you're in a safe space.
At the end of the day, yes. People need somewhere that they can go and that they can rely on to truly decompress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I buy that.
All right. So my impression.
You do impressions?
No.
It's gonna be terrible. It's probably Elvis.
Did you see what I did there?
You tried to do the Elvis, but you cringed at me and said,
can I add something real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there was the other sciencey part.
All right.
The sciencey part of nervous system and nervous system health and nervous system regulation, and how the latest science and research is pointing to nervous system controls everything.
Yep. I can see that.
Audience
So-
question.
So how did you help your headaches? Like fix them?
That's a great question.
Oh, okay. When you first, let's go back to the beginning. Yeah.
Okay.
Origin story.
Thanks for circling us back around there.
Yes,
Okay.
because we did actually ask that.
Yeah,
didn't
that's a great question. So I was diagnosed
He
with
selfishly asks.
migraines and cluster headaches at a very young age. I remember I don't know what age I was. I must have been very young, maybe like kindergarten or first grade.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm in the nurse's office with the lights off and ice pack on my head. And I had a lot of headaches.
Did any of them like make you throw up?
Yeah.
I had those.
How did
Of
you?
being like getting so bad they make you throw up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just jump to this. How did your parents react? Were they like, "Come on, toughen it out," or were they like, "Oh my god"?
Well, it got complicated
Mm-hmm.
because, when you're that little, it's like, hey, take an aspirin. Broke out in hives from head to toe.
Oh.
Found out I'm
nice.
allergic to aspirin.
That's a good way
Right.
to find out. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
ibuprofen.
Now I have a headache and
Oh.
I'm itching. Yay.
Since then,
And when we were little, there wasn't a big market for essential oils like there are now.
no. And I will say,
And you have to be careful with those too, don't you?
yes, I do.
Mhm.
I do. So I have a condition, well, self-diagnosed at the moment because doctors don't believe me.
Right?
They
Doctors
say,
don't believe a lot of people.
yes.
Especially if you don't want to take the medicine.
I haven't
Like, I'm
found
learning
the right
that.
one
I'm learning
yet.
that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have faith in doctors. I just have not found the right one yet that won't look at me and say, you're too young to have any
It's
problems.
so hard to find a doctor.
Wow.
It's so hard to find a doctor that listens to you. You
Yeah.
got like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
every doctor I go to for the longest time, it was like, oh, we're going to do cholesterol and blood work because you're a big guy. You must have this. Then they get past the fact that I'm a fat guy and they go, wow, your numbers are really good. You're this is that. And then they start listening to, this is why I'm here. It wasn't because I wheeze. I know I wheeze on occasion. I'm here because this hurts or that hurts.
Yeah.
But it's so hard sometimes just to get these guys who are making bank to listen to I mean, everybody lies. I know what House says, but you
Okay.
still have to do the,
So did you have headaches when you were a kid?
no,
Okay,
this thing
so
doesn't hurt.
yeah,
There's too much
three-
space.
3 out of
That
4
was
of
from
us in
getting
this
punched in the
room
face in middle school.
had childhood headaches.
Mm.
I had horrible migraines. And to answer your question about how my
Where'd you grow
parents
up?
handle it,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, Texas.
Uh-huh.
So it's good to grow up in Florida because you don't get headaches. Okay. I'm kidding.
So my dad
Sugar?
be like, I remember one time I had a horrible migraine and we had to go to a family function. And there was this place we were having lunch at Fur's cafeteria. It was like
Okay.
Luby's, just cafeteria style, And they had benches for the line so the old people could sit down.
Nice.
When they're
Okay.
waiting in line on Sunday afternoons, right?
my pudding. Yeah, that's nice.
So I sat down, because I literally could not hold my head up. And I couldn't see. It was a migraine. I was, I had the auras, I had the sounds, I had all of the things. And I sat down on this bench and somebody spoke to me and I didn't hear them. Now my dad, who was deaf, said, "You need to stand up and talk to these people. You're being rude." And I was so sick, I couldn't hold my head up. And I remember my mom saying, "Gordon, she has a terrible headache." And he was like, "I don't care. Get up." So I got both, And so, so that's interesting that 3 out of 4 people in this room had childhood headaches
Mhm.
that were horrible, are
Yeah.
horrible. So,
Wait,
Should I answer his question?
yes, please.
Okay, so my mother was a neuromuscular therapist, which is a medical massage therapist,
Mhm.
one particular modality. She became one when I was like an early teenager, and she would work on me.
Mhm.
And it helped my headaches.
Mhm.
It helped some preventative, some when I had one, but they didn't go completely away.
Right.
So I said, I'm going to figure it out. So I studied nutrition. Like I actually got
How
certified.
old were you?
Well, yeah, I was just.
I was,
What age are you at
I
this
was
point?
like
Yeah.
17 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I had
Back when 17-year-olds had ambition and would do things, and read books and such. Pay attention, youngers.
Instead of this.
Yeah,
I
back
had
before
been-
Google told you everything.
I had been studying wellness and
my mom had
nutrition, fitness, everything since I was very young, but I actually got certified
Mhm.
in nutrition.
Okay.
And at the time, the textbook that I was reading would go step by step about different vitamin and mineral deficiencies and what symptoms you would have.
Oh, wow.
So as I went through it, I'm like, check, that's me, check, that's me. And I would highlight it. And I put myself on a certain regimen of certain supplements.
What did you find out about
I
yourself?
honestly can't remember
Okay.
what they were because it was a long time ago now.
Well,
so I did
you
that.
look like it was just yesterday, so you're good.
Oh, thank you. So I did that. And then I also put myself on a specific diet
Okay.
that kind of cut out things like processed foods, chemical additives. And then I really started nerding out about posture. So I'm like, okay, if I sit all slumped and then my head's like this,
Don't sit up straight. That's the first
then
thing
my
she'll
neck
tell you.
gets
Okay.
tight and it gives me a headache.
Mhm.
So I started getting into Pilates. I taught Pilates for a while. Really just always focusing on, am I, sitting up as straight as I can,
Mhm.
lengthening. That helped. And it was a combination of all that stuff, like exercise, specific types of exercise that are kind of proven
Mhm.
by research
Yeah.
to help with those kinds of things. But it wasn't just one thing. It was all of it put together.
Yeah. So you got to be really dedicated, Luca.
So what should I do? Like, what should I do to start?
I would start with
Like finding out the deficiencies I have?
no. I think
Don't.
if you were going to start with one thing,
Well, your
because
mom is
I have
James.
found,
No, just kidding.
honestly,
it.
I have found nutrition to be the biggest thing. So I
Mhm.
would just try to look at ingredients. And if you see a lot of words you can't pronounce, it's usually chemicals, and try to eat less of those things.
Well, and what about the dyes?
yeah.
The reds and the yellows
Yeah.
and the greens. Anything with that
The
stuff
reds.
in it.
Yeah.
The Reds, they're dangerous.
There.
I actually, like, since I'm fat, people think that I don't like healthy foods and vegetables and stuff. But I actually do like vegetables.
Yeah, you prefer vegetables and stuff.
That's
Well,
fantastic.
I've
But
often been
think about
told.
your snacks and stuff too. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
what.
I do.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that. I didn't think anything until you told me.
Well, no, I mean, like, people at my school and stuff.
Oh.
People my age, I guess.
Those people that say,
the
"I was just
meanies, the
kidding."
bullies.
Those people.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
we
kidding.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, my mom says Audrey has amazing hair, just beautiful.
Oh.
And she says same thing about mine, but now it's gone. And then Richard says, "Yeah, I can hear y'all. Hi, Richard.
Woo!
Welcome to the show." Okay, so that's kind of. We'll talk
So,
more about that
Yeah.
afterward.
Audrey's gonna have
'Cause
to
we
come
have
back
a lot.
some more because there's
Yes.
a lot. There's a lot to unpack with Audrey because she knows a lot of stuff. So I went to see Audrey last Tuesday, and I had this stress relief protocol massage, and I have always been the one to try to hover off of the massage table because I cannot relax. I mean, literally, I try I don't know, but anyway, stiff.
I told her I'm ticklish. I wasn't like, if I ever it's gonna be really hard because I'm ticklish, and she's like, "Oh, I won't tickle." I'm like, "No, I know, but I will giggle if somebody does that to me." It's I'm a little baby with. I'm like, "What else we doing?" No, it is though. My wife will come up and just put her hands on my side or something. I'll be like, "Ah!" Like she's digging it, and she doesn't. She doesn't have to put any pressure, just the slightest touch, and I'm just like, hee. I feel like the hyenas from Lion King. It's just
Shannon, the
woo.
next time you're with us, I gotta see this. We gotta. I gotta.
It's
see
not.
it.
It's not hard. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's
Okay, so anyway, a lot of massage therapists that I have, and usually I don't mind talking conversation when I'm having a massage, but Audrey never opened her mouth until it was time for her to give me a short, very calm, quiet instruction.
Okay.
And I found myself not hovering. I even told her before we started, I'm like, I'm a hover. You know what I'm talking about? She's like, yep. Didn't hover. And then I'm also a helper. You know, when they go to lift your arm up and you try to help them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm a helper.
Oh yeah, no.
And-
See, I'm like, you said dead weight. Good luck.
I cannot do that. So I found myself not helping Audrey at all. And I was just, I was amazed. I was amazed and mystified at my behavior. And so those were two really big takeaways for me from this protocol. And I came away thinking this was unlike any massage I have ever had, ever. And I've had lots of massages because I am tense all the time. And did you happen to bring the sheet that I filled out before we started? I meant to ask you that, but I figured you were already
I may
gone.
have taken a picture.
Okay.
She's like, yeah,
It may be in my phone. Which
I
is
carry that on
right
me
there.
at all times. The
No,
sheet from when I
she knows
massaged
that
Kim.
she knows
Oh,
we're talking
I
about
massage
that.
Kim for him. I carry that with me. I sleep with it now. Holy, she thinks a lot of
Let's
herself.
I do.
see.
You're only kidding though, right?
I'm not like it. See? Just kidding. Ha ha, LOL, whatever it is.
But
Okay, wait. Side note while she's looking.
Yes.
Was your father actually deaf?
Yes.
Like deaf?
That's why I got
why
into
you
deaf.
taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yep,
See,
I got it.
it was
Oh,
a
look,
mathematical
okay.
equation. If you look back 7 minutes ago when you said, because my dad was deaf, I went, you can actually read my lips. Oh, shit. That's what. I am slow, kids. But okay, so that's why. And they gave her perfect amount of time to pull
You
it
wanna
up. There we
see
go.
it?
She
Or
does
do
carry
you
with
wanna
her.
look at it, or do you want me to?
Just go ahead and tell a couple of questions.
Educate them
how-
on what the
yeah,
breakdown
how
is of
high-
the. Let's
how high
share
I
her
was.
personal information online. Good
Okay,
deal.
so
I gave you permission.
Is your
Audrey.
credit card number on the bottom? Let's go shopping, kids.
So
There's no money.
There's no money.
This is a treatment. Even though it's a massage,
Mhm.
it's still clinical. So,
Right.
or I'm trying to be clinical minded and get data. So, there's a questionnaire that gets filled out at the beginning and then periodically. It's already out there. Doctors use it, psychologists use it. It's called the perceived stress questionnaire. And your score before the massage was a 32, which means high perceived stress.
Okay.
So you were in a state where you were feeling pretty stressed.
Right. I carry a lot of stress in my jaws. I carry a lot of stress in my face. I always feel like my shoulders are hunched like this all the time, and my low back. So I have a lot of areas that I tend to carry stress all the time. So
You want to read the next part too?
sure, yeah.
So then there's another questionnaire that gets filled out before and after, and it asks you how you feeling physically and give it a number of 0 to 10, 0 being no pain, discomfort, and 10 being the worst ever. And then how are you feeling emotionally, and then anything else, any other symptoms. So you said tension in your shoulders as a 10,
Mm-hmm.
and after the massage, you said a 2.
Mm-hmm.
In your neck, before the massage, you said an 8. After, you said a 2. In your face, before was a 5. After was a 0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then low energy,
Mm-hmm.
you said was a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And after the massage, you said it was up by 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like
Right.
not just low, but
So her low
but
energy
up.
was 7, so now it's 9. So she's actually lazier when you're done. That makes sense.
No. Yeah. So, so now I kind of want to talk about the things that I noticed during the protocol that used varied pressures on different parts of my body that other people hadn't ever done before. And I remember telling you that I like deep tissue massage because I feel like that's, I want you to work on that muscle and get that tension out of there.
Get angry.
Yeah. And so
Hit me with a rolling
we
pin.
talked
I
about
know.
that after. So please tell our audience why you do the varied pressures and where and the reason.
yeah. So I'm super passionate about teaching. I've actually been teaching licensed massage therapists continuing education since 2013. And I've spoken at massage schools, actually this next term I'll be teaching 1 day a week
Nice.
at the local massage school. And what I'm always preaching to my students is there is a point where it's like the magic
Mm-hmm.
level of pressure.
Right.
And it's like it can be measured
Mm-hmm.
and it can be found pretty easily. It's just you have to hone it. You have to hone the skill.
So do you find that by like manipulating another person's muscle? Or
Elbow. And that's when Kim went to sleep. No, just kidding.
or is it the how you manipulate your hands, how do you find that? How do you teach that?
So it's actually the depth of the pressure.
Okay.
So the best way I've been able to have an analogy for it is if you stretch a muscle on yourself,
Okay.
right? Like let's say you stretch your hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know where to stop and to hold the stretch?
Okay. Mine I go until it hurts.
I was gonna say
Okay.
mine's I
Wrong.
stretch and I go, oh shit, and I back off that much. But
Okay,
it's like
okay.
Ash has to come out first.
Okay, have you
So,
ever
yeah.
noticed what you feel in your muscle?
Other than pain, no.
Okay,
The
so
tightening of the firmness of the
yes.
I'm
So
listening.
the next time you stretch,
Mhm.
notice.
Okay. I'm going tomorrow.
Go slower.
Go slower.
Do it slower because it's way before the pain.
Okay.
But what you're going to notice is it's like stretch, stretch, stretch. Nothing's resisting you. Push, 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 and then wall.
Okay.
And if you push past it,
Okay.
you start to get pain.
pain after the wall.
Okay. So
Okay.
when I do legs and straps tomorrow, stretch that hamstring.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
I'll report back.
And it's subtle.
Okay.
It's subtle. It's not like a wall.
Okay.
It's like a you know, if you're not really paying attention, you won't know you hit it,
Okay.
right? So it's the same way because when you're stretching a muscle and you're pushing on a muscle,
Mm-hmm.
it's really the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same exact thing.
All right.
So when I'm pushing on a muscle, I can find that wall.
Okay.
And it's different for every muscle based on its tone and tightness.
Before the pain, Luke.
No, but
Before the
yeah.
pain.
Now do it on this muscle. It's totally different push, totally different pressure.
Yeah, so on
As
some
opposed to this
muscles that are
muscle,
super
this
tight,
muscle.
Oh,
you can't
Oh, you
push
got
at
it.
all.
Okay. Yeah.
And then on muscles that are looser, you can kind of get in there more before you hit that point,
That wall.
Mhm.
Wall, yeah.
right? So in my opinion, this is not a thing yet. I think it should be a thing. I
Okay.
think it should be a thing taught in massage school. You want to find that spot,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where you live.
Okay.
You go a little deeper, but if you go too much beyond that,
Mm-hmm.
you risk pissing off the nervous system.
Okay.
And if you
And
piss
nobody
off
wants
the
that.
nervous system,